Hello everyone, farm enthusiasts, what do you think causes the greatest damage to livestock farms? Natural disasters or catastrophes? How can farmers protect their livestock when nature strikes with such unpredictable force? Join Trending Farm to witness the heartbreaking realities and incredible recovery in this farming documentary. Start now! We learn about a particularly tragic event that occurred in 2020 when a powerful bolt of lightning struck a Texas farm, instantly destroying more than 40 cows that were huddled together in a field. The lightning strike not only left a haunting scene of devastation but also paralyzed the farm's operations overnight, as the farmer faced huge financial and emotional losses from losing a large portion of his herd. In 2021, the South Fork Dairy Farm in Texas lost more than 18,000 cows, leading to a long-term economic crisis for the farm owner. The biggest cause given was lightning, so devastating. Share your feelings below this. Farming documentary. In addition to lightning, tornadoes are known as the #1 enemy of American livestock farms. They wreak havoc on livestock farms across the Midwest and South, causing severe damage to both facilities and animals.
Businesses and one family's giant cattle farm, including their herd.
In 2020 alone, the United States experienced more than 1,200 tornadoes, many of which devastated farms. Tornadoes often destroy barns, sheds and fences, while water and electrical systems vital to animal care are severely damaged or destroyed. Livestock caught in the storm are often swept away, resulting in fatalities, with many animals buried under the rubble of collapsed structures. In a 2019 outbreak in Oklahoma, tornadoes killed more than 100 head of livestock, causing major economic losses for farmers. Even those that survive are affected, with loud noises, strong winds and environmental changes causing stress, reducing milk production in dairy cows by up to 50% and reducing fertility rates. Propitia. Repair costs to rebuild infrastructure can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, while disrupted production halts farm income, adding to the financial burden. The damage caused by flooding to livestock farms in the United States, especially in flood-prone states like Texas, Iowa, and Missouri, cannot be overstated. In 2019, historic flooding in the Midwest caused more than $1.6 billion, 0 cents in agricultural losses, with livestock farms bearing a significant portion of the burden. Thousands of cattle, pigs, and chickens drowned or were swept away, while those that survived faced long-term health problems due to stress, exposure, and contaminated water. In Nebraska, more than 1 million calves were lost in the floods, severely impacting the beef industry. Farm infrastructure was also affected, as barns, fences, and feedlots were often flooded or destroyed. Contaminated water systems and damaged electrical systems left farmers unable to properly care for their livestock. The aftermath of the floods brought additional challenges, with disease outbreaks due to decomposing animals, stagnant water, and unsanitary conditions, leading to additional livestock losses and increased repair costs. You can find other farming documentaries on Trending Farm to better understand the formation and progression of the devastating storms and floods that have hit the US in recent years. One of the most unexpected disasters is heat-induced fires, which have taken a heavy toll on livestock and farm facilities in the United States. In states like California and Arizona, where summer temperatures regularly exceed 100 DGF, the risk of fire is significantly increased, often due to drought conditions and overloaded electrical systems. In 2021, a heat wave in Oregon led to several barn fires that killed hundreds of chickens and pigs. In addition to the tragic loss of livestock, the financial toll of these fires was immense, with farmers facing millions of dollars in repair costs and lost production. After a disaster, disposing of dead animals is crucial to prevent disease and contamination on farms. Farmers typically use 3 methods: burial, incineration, and composting. Burial is common due to its speed and low cost, with carcasses buried in pits 6 to 8 feet deep. However, improper burials can lead to groundwater contamination, with a 2019 Iowa report noting a 15% increase in nitrate levels near burial sites. Incineration uses controlled fires to eliminate pathogens but is expensive and releases toxic emissions, as seen during the 2001 foot and mouth outbreak in the UK. Composting is an environmentally friendly method that turns carcasses into organic fertilizer over 6 to 9 months, though it requires careful management to prevent odors and pests. Farms using composting report 30% cost savings compared to burning. Each method has pros and cons. Making proper disposal essential for farm recovery. We look forward to your further contributions in the comment section of this farming documentary.
A few weeks before Hurricane Irma, the United States suffered from Hurricane Harvey in late August 2017, which caused historic flooding in the Houston area.
Better have a safe place to be.
It hit the Texas coast as a Category 4 storm and brought incredible amounts of rain.
Wednesday at 1 o'clock, right around Beaumont, Texas. So because of this, anything they have ever seen in terms of flooding. In fact, the forecast model is really...
Some areas recorded more than 4 feet of rain in a short period of time. Although it only brought strong winds when it made landfall, the scariest thing about Harvey was that it moved very slowly and caused historic flooding, along with severe pollution and erosion in Texas. The 2 major hurricanes that hit the U.S. in 1 year have caused huge economic and social consequences. Hurricane Harvey caused severe damage to homes and infrastructure, while Hurricane Irma destroyed most of the buildings, power lines, and transportation systems.
livelihood of a ranch, as well as the lives of so many cows.
The 2 storms' yellow currents created floods that swept away millions of livestock and poultry from farms, leaving floating corpses of animals drowning or suffering from hunger and disease after the storm.
Daddy, I know you're so scared, baby. Oh.
Millions of warehouses, factories, fences, irrigation systems, and other structures had their roofs blown off or collapsed.
We buckled, we shut everything down at 6 o'clock.
Crops were submerged in water, directly affecting local agricultural output in the last months of 2017. Floods washed away fertile soil, causing serious water pollution for a long time, forcing many farmers to change their crops or livestock to adapt. Small-scale farms that were severely damaged had to rely on aid from the government and non-governmental organizations to recover. The storm may have passed long ago, but the devastating effects on the U.S. agricultural sector and the recovery from the storm is a long and difficult process that cannot be described by a few numbers provided by agricultural documentaries. Have you seen the terrible impact of natural disasters on the economy and human life? Leave a comment below this agricultural documentary to share the loss with American farmers. Before 2017, the U.S. was severely impacted by Hurricane Katrina, which devastated the Gulf Coast, particularly New Orleans in 2005. Scientists and agricultural documentaries have called Katrina one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history. At landfall, Katrina was a Category 3 hurricane with powerful winds, causing severe flooding and storm surges along the Gulf Coast. The storm's eye passed directly over New Orleans, one of the most vulnerable areas. At its peak, Katrina reached Category 5 status with winds of 175 mph, 280 kmh, and a pressure of 902 mbar, causing catastrophic damage. For more insights, like and share this Trending Farm farming documentary.
Seeing their home destroyed and their
Hurricane Katrina caused significant loss of life compared to other U.S. hurricanes. Heavy rains and storm surges flooded entire fields, destroying farmland near the Gulf Coast, while strong winds toppled trees, damaging barns and warehouses. Millions of livestock and poultry were lost. Power and transportation systems were severely disrupted, delaying recovery efforts. Clean water contamination added to the difficulties, causing major concerns for local officials.
And get more relief on the ground quickly. John Yang has this.
Despite numerous meetings between leaders and the president, finding an optimal solution remained challenging. This highlights the need for constant disaster preparedness. Like and comment on this farming documentary if you agree. Back in the 1900s, a turbulent transition period, in addition to historic social and economic reforms that affected the pace of development of domestic industries, the United States also suffered from many consecutive natural disasters. The Galveston hurricane of 1900 was the deadliest natural disaster ever recorded. It made landfall on Galveston Island, Texas, with winds measured at that time up to 200 km/h and tsunami waves up to 4 to 5 meters high. With the primitive weather forecasting system of this period, the storm's data was not recorded specifically and in detail, but according to many farming documentaries, the power of this storm was terrifying to many farm and factory owners and caused great consequences for the people of Galveston for a very long time. The storm had devastating effects on Galveston's livestock farms and plants, with more than 50% of facilities severely damaged or destroyed. High winds and flooding resulted in the loss of approximately 20,000 livestock, while poultry farms reported drowning or being swept away by millions of birds. Many processing plants were flooded, halting production for weeks. The devastating effects of the storm were captured in numerous agricultural documentaries that became essential to the development and study of local hurricane preparedness. In response to the storm, local authorities initiated rapid recovery efforts, including restoring power and transportation routes. Emergency livestock shelters were established and farmers were provided financial assistance to rebuild. These measures helped restore essential services and gradually return farms to operations. Climate change and human impacts are causing more and more natural disasters, causing hundreds of millions of dollars in damage to the U.S. agricultural industry, as shown in farming documentaries on the Trending Farm channel. Have you ever witnessed hurricanes and their devastation? Leave a comment below our farming documentaries and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on videos with tips on how to prevent them. With the development of modern technology, livestock farms have applied automatic processing systems to improve the quality of finished products in food factories and increase farm efficiency. What do you think automatic processing systems include? How will they be operated? Let's find out in the next few minutes of this video. The most impactful of the automated on-farm systems is the automated weighing system. The systems improve herd management by providing accurate weight data. These systems allow farmers to track growth rates, assess feed efficiency, and make quick, informed decisions. They reduce labor costs and errors that are common with manual weighing. However, they require high initial investment and technical expertise to maintain. While they streamline operations in the food plant, farmers still need to monitor animal health issues. Despite the cost and potential technical issues, the efficiency and accuracy they bring to both beef and dairy operations make them a worthwhile investment. Cow weight, nutrition, and feed are closely monitored on the farm, and the implementation of automated feeding systems has significantly improved this process. These systems automatically distribute feed, reducing the need for manual labor and ensuring consistent feeding schedules. Think just providing industrial feed is enough? Not so. This feed chain is carefully processed and proportioned in the food plant. Working through sensors and controllers, the system monitors factors such as feed levels and cow weight, adjusting distribution as needed. This technology not only saves time and effort, but also promotes overall efficiency in the food plant. By investing in automated feeding systems, farmers can improve productivity, reduce costs, and better support the health and development of their herds. Leave one before we take you through the automated barn cleaning system. The automatic couched cleaning system is a modern technological solution that automates the barn cleaning process, reduces labor, and ensures environmental hygiene. This system is especially useful for large-scale farms where manual barn cleaning is a time-consuming and labor-intensive task. It includes open plank floors, conveyor belts, water separators, and waste treatment systems. The automatic cleaning process begins with the collection of manure. Then comes water separation and solid treatment. The waste is dried, composted to decompose and processed into biogas or feed for other livestock. The application of the automatic cow cleaning system helps reduce labor, improve hygiene, prevent diseases, and protect the environment. Although the initial investment cost is quite high, its effects on the cattle raising process on modern farms cannot be denied. The result of this modern farming process is automated milk and meat production at the food factory. The automatic milking system uses vacuum suction to extract milk from the cow's udder, which is then transferred through pipes to a tank. Robotic arms handle cleaning and milking, increasing production and ensuring hygiene. Various systems, such as rotary, online, and mobile milking systems, are available depending on herd size and user needs. Compared to traditional methods, automatic systems also provide data on cow productivity and health, allowing for better herd management. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment to interact with us. Normally, dairy cows will be milked for about 3 to 5 years. After this time, the cow's milk yield will gradually decrease and the cost of care will increase. At this point, farmers can consider converting them to meat production. Cows are transported to the food factory by specialized vehicles, ensuring safety. Upon arrival, they are humanely processed in automatic processing boxes. We will introduce the details of this unique box in the upcoming videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the Trending Farm channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss them. After the first processing in the food factory, the cows are transferred to the skin and foot removal line. They are hooked on automatic hangers and transferred to the area where processing workers are waiting. The cow carcasses are divided into small parts, cleaned. The substandard parts are removed and packaged. The entire processing process at the food factory ensures food safety and maintains the freshness of the beef. They are strictly quality controlled before being packed into cartons and transported to consumers. According to statistics on per capita beef consumption in the United States from 2000 to 2022, per capita beef consumption in the United States reached 59.1 pounds in 2022. Do you think this is an impressive number? Leave a comment yes if you agree with this. And don't forget to follow the journey to discover food factories on the Trending Farm channel. When it comes to pig diseases in China, the most prominent is African swine fever, ASF. ASF was first detected in China in 2018 and quickly spread throughout the country. It is an acute infectious disease, often causing high mortality in pigs. This disease causes many lesions in internal organs, especially the vascular system, liver, spleen, and lymph nodes. The clinical manifestations of pigs with ASF are often very diverse and can vary depending on age, virus strain, and rearing conditions. Usually when infected, the pig's body temperature suddenly increases to 40 to 42 degrees C. Pigs stop eating and drinking, lie in one place, and move little. The skin on the ears, abdomen, and legs may appear purple or red. Hemorrhagic spots appear under the skin, in the mucous membranes of the mouth, nose, and anus. However, a worrying thing is that not all sick pigs have all of the above symptoms. And what is more dangerous is that ASF can progress very quickly. Pigs can die in just a few days. The mortality rate of pigs infected with ASF is very high, up to 100%. Although harmless to humans, it is estimated that in 2018, African swine fever caused damage to hundreds of thousands of households and pig farms. About 200,000 pigs died or were destroyed. The total damage caused by this disease continues to increase and seriously affects the domestic and export pork markets. Second on the list of common diseases in pigs is blue ear disease. This is an acute infectious disease in pigs, caused by a virus. This disease often damages the skin, mucous membranes, and respiratory system of pigs, greatly affecting the health and productivity of the herd. The disease has symptoms quite similar to African swine fever, so it is difficult to distinguish. However, blue ear disease in pigs causes a lower mortality rate in pigs, only from 30 to 70% of the total number of infected pigs. And in particular, the disease can be transmitted to humans through direct contact or through the air. Although there is now a vaccine to prevent this disease, the damage it causes in China is huge. The supply to food factories is limited, causing economic damage to the domestic and export pork markets. The third major issue is PRRS, or porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome. This severe infectious disease spreads quickly and leads to high mortality rates among pigs, resulting in significant losses for the pig farming industry. Caused by the PRRS virus PRRSV, which belongs to the Artaviridae family and has a positive single-stranded RNA genome, this virus rapidly replicates in macrophages, especially in the lungs. PRRS affects sows' mating success, causing miscarriages and premature births, while also increasing piglet mortality and slowing pig growth rates. In research conducted in China, around 70% of sows tested were found to be infected, highlighting the high risk of transmission. The virus spreads through direct contact between sick and healthy pigs, as well as through infected boars' semen and the respiratory tract. Don't forget to share this video before continuing to learn more about pig diseases. Swine erysipelas is an acute infectious disease in China caused by the bacterium Pasteurella multocida. The disease affects many organ systems of pigs, causing severe symptoms and high mortality. Pasteurella multocida is the main causative agent of the disease. This bacterium often lives as a parasite in the upper respiratory tract of pigs and causes disease when the pig's resistance is reduced. They cause high fever, lethargy, anorexia, difficulty breathing, subcutaneous hemorrhage especially in the ears, abdomen, legs or arthritis, pneumonia, abscesses of internal organs. Swine erysipelas cause high mortality in pigs and sows, reduces productivity and causes economic losses. It seriously affects the output of food factories in China. In addition to the above diseases, pigs in China also face many other diseases, which greatly affect production and the economy. We can list for you some diseases of the digestive tract, diarrhea or parasitic diseases. They reduce growth rate, increase mortality rate, leading to a decrease in pork production in food factories in China. Moreover, diseases increase production costs of farms, incurring costs for treatment, disease prevention, and livestock culling. In addition, diseases affect food security, shortage of supply and products of food factories. This creates a pork fever, pushing up pork prices, leading to crisis and inflation in China. In China, managing and destroying diseased pigs involves a detailed process to curb the spread of infection and safeguard public health. Once a pig is diagnosed with a disease, it is promptly isolated to prevent contact with healthy animals. The carcass is then transported to a designated disposal site under strict biosecurity protocols. At the disposal facility, the pig is either incinerated, buried in a concentrated pit, or subjected to electrical treatment, which uses high voltage currents to ensure the complete destruction of pathogens. The disposal area is thoroughly disinfected to eliminate any residual disease agents. Personnel involved in this process wear protective gear and adhere to strict hygiene practices to avoid contamination. This rigorous approach helps to mitigate the impact of disease outbreaks on the pig farming industry and surrounding environment. Do you know of any other treatment or disposal methods for sick pigs? Leave us a comment in the comment section of this video. To prevent disease outbreaks on pig farms, implementing strong biosecurity measures is essential. Farmers should establish strict hygiene protocols, including regular disinfection of facilities and equipment, ensuring that all employees wear protective clothing and follow hygiene measures. Quarantine new or imported pigs for signs of disease before introducing them into the herd. Maintain appropriate waste management measures to minimize exposure to pathogens. Additionally, controlling visitor access and limiting contact between farm animals and wild animals can further reduce the risk of disease. Regular health checks and vaccination of pigs are also important for early detection and prevention of disease. In summary, the impact of the epidemic on pig farms and food plants in China is very serious. We hope that through this video, viewers will see a part of the severity of the epidemic and the need for preventive measures for their pigs. Before watching the next part of the video, don't forget to subscribe to the Trending Farm channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our journey to explore modern food factories around the world. According to a report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Global Agricultural Information Network GAIN, FAS Canberra forecasts Australia's pork production to increase by 2% to 480,000 tons in 2024. Rising beef and lamb prices due to supply shortages have led consumers to switch to pork, leading to strong pork production growth in the first half of 2023. Pork production is forecast to continue to increase slightly in 2024 due to expectations of lower beef and lamb prices. Meanwhile, Australia exports less than 10% of its pork production and is heavily dependent on imports. From 2019 to 2022, beef and lamb prices increased sharply, boosting pork and poultry consumption. However, a 40% drop in cattle and lamb prices since late 2022 has begun to impact the market, with a significant drop forecast for the second half of 2023 and 2024, which could see some consumers return to beef and lamb. Pork production is expected to increase by 11% to 470,000 tons in 2023, but could decline slightly in the second half. Australian pig farmers are globally recognized for their advanced farm management and animal husbandry. The Australian Pig Biosecurity Innovation Initiative, funded with $33.5 million from 2018 to 2028 by the AOS4 Innovation Program and the Livestock Institute. The industry leads in applying genetics to improve livestock efficiency and is innovative in farm and pasture management. Focused on top food safety standards, Australian pig farms, predominantly family-owned, ensure traceability and quality throughout the supply chain. These farms are modern models of agricultural innovation, blending indoor and outdoor environments. Indoor areas feature climate control, slatted floors for hygiene, and automatic feeding systems. Outdoors, spacious paddocks allow pigs to forage naturally, with shelters and rotational grazing protecting the land. This balance of precision and freedom reflects Australia's dedication to sustainable and humane farming practices. On Australian pig farms, piglet breeding and care are carried out with great precision to ensure their health and development. Sows are fed a specialized diet and housed in a climate-controlled environment, maintaining temperatures between 18-day GC and 22-day GC. After birth, piglets are moved to a separate area where the temperature is carefully regulated to 28-day GC for the first few weeks to ensure their comfort. They undergo regular health checks and vaccinations, including preventative measures against diseases such as PCV2 and E. coli. Advanced monitoring systems track their growth and adjust care routines as needed. This thorough approach helps piglets develop into strong, healthy adults ready to join the herd. For more insights into modern pig farming practices and to see how these methods are applied in real time, check out our latest video on the channel. Have you ever wondered how modern pig farms ensure their animals are fed efficiently and healthily? On Australian pig farms, feeding practices are meticulously designed for optimal growth and efficiency. Pigs receive a precisely balanced diet that's customized for their age, weight, and development stage. Automated feeding systems play a key role, delivering up to 5.51 pounds of high-quality feed per pig daily at scheduled intervals. This feed, expertly formulated by nutritionists, includes a blend of grains, proteins, vitamins, and minerals tailored to each stage of the pig's life. Advanced troughs and dispensers minimize waste and maintain hygiene, while regular monitoring adjusts feed composition based on growth and health data. This approach not only supports rapid and healthy growth, but also ensures the well-being of the pigs. Have you ever wondered how pigs are prepared for harvest and transport to food plants? On Australian pig farms, pigs are typically harvested when they reach a market weight of 220 to 265 pounds, usually around 6 months of age. This careful timing ensures that the meat is of the highest quality and produced as efficiently as possible. For transport, pigs are transported to processing plants in specially designed trucks that prioritize their comfort and safety. These trucks are equipped with climate control systems to maintain a stable temperature and provide proper ventilation throughout the journey. Before loading, pigs are inspected to ensure they are healthy and ready for transport.
Hey, pick someone.
The loading process is handled very carefully to reduce stress, using ramps and experienced handlers to gently guide the pigs. Upon arrival at the processing facility, pigs are unloaded into designated holding pens, where they are held until processing. This thoughtful approach ensures high-quality meat and humane treatment of animals. In Australian food processing factories, the handling and processing of pork follows a very detailed and tightly regulated process to ensure both quality and safety. When pigs arrive at the food factory, they are carefully inspected and weighed to confirm they meet the food factory standards. They are then unloaded and placed in a holding area to minimize stress and allow them to acclimatize before processing begins at the food factory. Processing begins with the humane handling of the pigs, which is carried out under strict animal welfare regulations. This ensures that the process is as stress-free as possible for the animals. After processing, the pigs are quickly transferred to a cleaning station for cleaning and inspection. This is followed by the removal of offal and other inedible parts, ensuring that the carcasses are not contaminated. The carcasses are then rapidly chilled in a freezer around 39 degrees, which prevents bacteria from growing and keeps the meat fresh. Once the carcasses are sufficiently chilled, they are divided into different cuts according to market requirements. This stage involves food factory workers cutting, deboning, and trimming the carcasses to create a variety of products from pork chops and pork belly to rump and minced pork. Each piece of meat is meticulously inspected for quality, ensuring it meets the required standards for both safety and appearance. Then, at the packaging stage, the pork is wrapped in high-quality protective material to preserve freshness and prevent contamination. Each package is labeled with detailed information, including the type of cut, weight, and production date, ensuring traceability and transparency. The packaged products are then stored in cold rooms until they are ready to be shipped to retailers or distributors. Throughout the entire process, strict quality control measures are applied, including regular checks for cleanliness, temperature control, and adherence to food safety protocols. These measures ensure that every product leaving the food factory meets the highest standards of health and safety,